They said, is it God or is it money? I said both. Who said you can't love God and get money? Hey, yeah. I was just doing the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Hey, I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, I said. None of this talk is all favor. She wanted chill, I said later. Told her I'd never betray her. Spending time with my creator. Gotta get this out on paper. Stick to my faith, I don't waver. They calling me a crusader. All this cheese and no greater. Hey, I just don't wanna be average. I'm in my prime with no package.
Yo, what up? Beaches. What's going on, my peeps? What up, Beaches?
I might just call me a palace. I might just call me a being a king is a challenge. Bearing this fruit like I'm Adam. The future I cannot fathom. She think I'm funny and handsome. I'm making moves on a random.
What's going on, Beaches? What up?
That's why I roll me in.
What up? Everyone poops. Everyone poops. You know it's true.
Don't know where you from, but you
fucking know it.
In the catacombs, trying to ride the crown, better turn around. Go find your soul when there's lost fight. This is holy ground and got the whole city like a high up.
You fucking know it.
I was just doing the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Hey, I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, I said.
Yep. Making gains, bitch. Making gains, bitch. Making gains, bitch. Yeah. Did this episode get inspired by the YouTube comment? No, actually, I didn't. You know how many comments I've been getting? I haven't seen a fucking comment. I've barely seen a comment on. I'm trying to even just get to them on Instagram. For goodness sakes.
Is it God?
What'd you guys say over there on the tube? You saying naughty things?
Both. Who say you
guys being dirty? You being filthy? Naughty boys.
Yeah. I was just doing the scene.
Naughty.
Right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the
nice.
girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Hey, I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine.
Getting those poop gains, baby. Poop gains. Poop gains.
Told her I never betray her. Spending time with my creator.
Poop gains, baby.
Stick to my faith, I don't waver.
Make them poop gains.
All this cheese and no greater. Hey, I just don't want to be average.
Gotta get those poop gains, son.
What is the point with no bandage? Temptation always a challenge. Giving but don't know what happened. I cannot believe in balance.
You know how it is. You know how it is making those poop gains. I hear you. I get it.
I might just call
I
me a
get you.
palace.
I get you.
I might just call me a being a king is a challenge. Bearing this fruit like I'm Adam. The future I cannot fathom. She think I'm funny and handsome. I'm making moves.
All right.
That's why I wrote me an album. That's why I wrote me an album. One of these
all right.
One of these better be platinum. Wrote the song, it was off the dome. Got this on the throne, take a land wrong. Don't know where you from, but you acting dumb like you made your bed in the catacombs. Trying to ride the crown, better turn around. Go find your soul when there's lost fight. This is holy ground and got the whole city like a high up, but ain't a single pound. I said I was just doing the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen.
Make sure you go follow King Darius over there on the SoundCloud. Pooping.
Finna keep our life clean.
All right, here we go. Get that dirty.
I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the
masturbating to get those hairy palms. Careful there. Careful.
Keep our life clean.
Careful.
Got money, our routine. Got money, our routine.
Your hand's gonna turn into a claw. Here we go. Episode 1015. Hey, Abushes. Making sick fucking gains.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
I'm pinching my nipples. Welcome to the fucking gain train. Testing. Testing, testicles. Testing, testicles. A testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1015 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our motherfucking biceps. What's going on, beaches? Welcome to the Gain Train. Welcome to the Swole Show. Welcome to episode 1015 of the Sleaze. Welcome to those watching live on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. Yeah, let's just do this before we get started. Everyone pinch your nips just for a second. Ooh, now we're ready. What's up, ladies? What's up, dudes? What's up, bitches? Bitches, busters, hustlers, and hoes. What's going on? How's everyone's Friday going? Did you get your pump on today? Hopefully you got your pump on. Today, our episode is titled Everyone Poops, which is true. It's the all-time best-selling book. I think it's still on the best-selling list. Everyone Poops. It's like the most truthful book out there. Who read that book when they were growing up? Who read that kid's book, Everyone Poops? So today's episode is titled Everyone Poops, and I want to reiterate, for those of you that don't know the book, I highly recommend that you go buy it. Maybe you can download it on Audible. You can get and you have someone in your ear. I should reread these books and then put them on Audible. Like, everyone fucking poops. Fucking working. How hairy are my palms? Like forests, man. I just beat off. But they're both hairy because I do how do you call it? I when I masturbate, I do it like the tomahawk. So I put my hands together. I just go like this. Or what do they call that? Making a fire. Any guys out there masturbate like that? Build a fire. You use the build the fire technique. You just put your dick between, just rub it really fast back and forth. You need a lot of lube though. You actually might start a fire. I'm just kidding. Or am I? You don't know. You don't know. All right. So now that we got that information out of the way, I want to welcome everyone to the show and thank you for everyone that is supporting the show. Those of you that have been asking me, I mentioned it in the pre-roll. So if you're listening to the podcast, you heard this already. And I mentioned it yesterday. It's all set up, or it should all be set up. If you're interested, for those of you that have been asking, if you are interested in supporting the Daily Swole, you could join the Daily Swole Club and you can learn more over at dailyswolepodcast.com. So head on over to Daily Swole Podcast and you can find out more information on joining the Daily Swole Club. So that's really cool. So thank you everyone that has been supporting the show. Lots of friction starting this one off strong. I know, not slowing down. We're just going right in. We're just going right in. Just go deep, just in. So this episode, Everyone Poops, which is totally true. Let's relate this though. That's why it's a title. Let's relate this to actual fucking information. Let's actually apply this, because I'm not just saying everyone poops just to say everyone poops. The reason why that's important, the reason why that's actually significant for what we're talking about today is the simple fact that everyone needs to get shit done. Everyone needs to eat healthy. Everyone needs to exercise. It's not optional. It's not optional to exercise. That is where we fundamentally go wrong. I posted that little memoji. I don't even know how to say that. Memoji on Instagram and on Facebook to tell you to go to the fucking gym. I'm going to get my pump on. Now, if it's your yoga day or if it's some kind of mobility day, that's fine. But today, you got to do your shit. Just because it's Friday doesn't change anything. It's not optional. Fitness and health is so often considered a hobby. Fitness is considered something that you do in addition, like extra on your day. And I think that's where there's a lot of issues in terms of making excuses. And you can drop in the comments below if you agree or disagree. I think that is where fundamentally people can eradicate a lot of excuses by not making it something in addition to. It's not like playing Risk. It's not like playing Fortnite. It's not like knitting. It's not like playing video games. I don't know, whatever you want to do. It's not a hobby. It's not something in addition to. Because when you have a hobby, when you have something that you do for fun, when you have, like, that's how you do, that's how you treat a hobby. That's how you treat a hobby when you have time. Oh, I have time. I have some free time. Let me read a book. Oh, I have some free time. Let me, I don't know, sew, whatever, or draw. Whatever you want to do. I don't know what your hobby is. What are your hobbies? What's something that you like to do? What's something that you like to do? What's something that you like to do in, in your free time? And think about that. That's optional. You love doing it. That's something that you want to do. And that's the beauty of now, doing the internet and being able to sometimes turn these hobbies into a business. If you love to sew, you can sew and sell things on Etsy, right? If you love baseball, you can start a baseball podcast. I mean, I love fitness and I love health and I love inspiring people and getting people healthier. So I started the Daily Swole podcast. So my hobby has turned into something that I can do full time and also still, and still provide for myself with as much as I need, which is really not that much. I don't even wear a fucking shirt half the time. I don't wear shoes. So I don't need much. The only stuff I need is just the broadcasting equipment. Aside from that, I don't care much for cars. I don't care much. I don't care for fancy shoes. I don't need watches. I don't need anything. I like my food. The only thing that I like is having the food that I want. I like having healthy food. I like having the food that, works best for my body. So that's just me. So your hobby is something you enjoy doing in addition to what you do for work. And sometimes those can cross over. You can have kind of like a Venn diagram. Sometimes those have a little bit of a different shade, right? Because if you're a personal trainer, for example, you also like to work out. So that's your hobby, that's your passion, that's what you do for a living. But if we separate this, if we separate the hobby aspect of fitness, if we separate, okay, maybe I'll do that in addition, or maybe I'll do that when I have time. If you treat fitness like a hobby, you're going to cancel on it. You're going to wait till it's convenient. When is it convenient? Come on. When is fitness convenient? When is fitness is it really convenient? Is it convenient to get up at the crack of dawn before work in the winter and go and train? Is it convenient to finish a long day, a long week of work and then go Friday evening? It's not, you might enjoy it, but still not convenient. I mean, you have to plan it. You have to go, you have to prioritize it. So it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky. You have to prioritize it. It's something that you really need to put first. And that's different for health and for general health than results. And that's what I want to really stick my dick into right now. So let me take a sip. Are we talking poop? Oh yeah, we are. Everyone poops. Well, I love the gym too. So I'm not saying that you can't enjoy it, but it doesn't matter if you don't like it. And it doesn't have to be the gym. It needs to be exercise and taking care of your health and physical fitness, because we all have the same type of body. We all live. So if you love to let's say you love to play chess, you want to be healthy enough to play chess. Of course, you might not have to be super healthy to play chess, because you don't even have to be mobile. But don't you want to be alive to do your hobbies longer? Don't you want to be alive to be around for your family, for your kids, for anyone longer? The more fruitful you can live your life, the longer you can live, the healthier you can live, the longer you can do the things that you enjoy, the more of a difference you can make in this world, whatever you want to do. It's just a universal thing. As much as life, we all have a life. We're here, so we all have a life. But fitness is what helps your life be more, I don't want to say valuable, but more flourish. It helps you live it better. You don't want to be sick. You don't want to be miserable. How many of you like to be in pain? How many of you like to deal with disease? How many of you like to feel like shit? You don't. So it doesn't matter what your hobbies are. I'm seeing in the comments, if you're going to stick your dick in it, wear a condom. Come on. Pulling out works. I think we all know that. I think they demonized that a lot, didn't they? No, I'm just kidding. Play guitar, woodworking, working the peach is not a hobby. All right. So yeah, whatever your hobby is. Let's see. Lifestyle. I love how I feel after the gym. And I like that comment too, Trisha. Thrive, not survive. We need to think more about how well we're living. It's not enough to have a heartbeat. It's not enough just to be breathing still. Don't you agree? It's not enough just to have a pulse. A lot of people are alive, but they're not living. They're technically alive, biologically alive, but they're not pursuing what makes them happy. They're not truly taking advantage of this opportunity they have. So you have a vessel. You have a body. Your body is like your car, and you do have to maintain your car. You have to change your oil. You have to change the brakes. You have to take care of it. And I myself, I kind of slack on those things. A lot of you do. However, if you slack on them, what's going to happen? It's going to break. Now, it's one thing to let your car you let your car repairs go, but your body, you can't repair your body like you can your car. Now, of course, there's some things you can let go on your car longer that might not be as repairable. You might let it go too long and you might have to get it replaced, or you might need a new car. If you don't change the oil for too long, it's still probably going to be fucked up. Even if you do change it on later, it might leave some more residue and stuff unless you get it flushed and X, Y, and Z. But aside from getting on like a car conversation, your body, you can't just get a new hip. You can. Everyone's going to be like, well, you can get a replacement. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. This isn't like that show on Netflix. This is not Altered Carbon. You can't just get a new sleeve and then you're just take out your fucking stack and then pop it in. And for those that didn't see it, you're not going to get that reference, but pretty much your body is just like a vessel and your entire consciousness is on like this hard drive called a stack. And then you slip it into a sleeve, which is considered a body. They call it a body. It's a great show. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, fantastic. Fantastic fucking show. I can't wait to see season 2. It's awesome. So you can't just replace it. Not yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future you can just replace your body. But we know that it's never the same. Once you have surgery, how many of you have had a surgery or an injury and your repair or after the surgery, it was either worse or the same or not better? Well, worse and not better is kind of the same thing. But a lot of you have had surgeries or had issues or had replacements, and it's not the same as it was when it was healthy, when it was real. It's your body. You can't get a brand new, if you're getting a replacement, it's going to be made of some kind of polymer or some material that they created. It's going to be artificial. Artificial hip, it means a fake hip. It's not the same and it's not as good as a real hip. It's not as good as a real shoulder or a real elbow or a real heart. An artificial heart is not as good as a real heart in terms of, you might say, well, but then this one's going to beat forever as opposed to, you know what I mean? It's not going to work synergistically with living tissue. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. No matter what you do, we all have a body and the body needs caring for. So even if you don't like fitness, I understand. Not everyone's going to love the gym the same way. I don't get it. I love exercising. A lot of you are like, I fucking love exercising. Right? I'm sure you do. That's great. But the point is, it doesn't matter if you don't. Just because you don't like changing the oil in your car, you're going to change the fucking oil or you're not going to have a car. Just because you don't like exercising or taking care of your body. I mean, see, that's where it starts not making sense to me. Just because you don't like taking care of your body, who the fuck wouldn't want to take care of their body? How does that make any fucking sense? How does that make any sense? Why would you actively and consciously ignore your body? Why would you actively and consciously not take care of your body? That's where it really gets kind of fucked up. I just don't get that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, taking care of your body makes sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. People that essentially, by saying, I don't want to go to the gym. Oh, I don't want that. I can make excuses. I can cheat. I can do X, Y, and Z. That's kind of synonymous with saying, I don't care about the health of my body. I don't care if I'm healthy. I don't care if I live longer. I don't care if I get disease. I don't care if I have to be on medication. Especially when things are preventable. Especially when these things are preventable. You can prevent most diseases. Sure, you can prevent old age in many cases. How many people have you seen that are maybe 60, 70, 80, and then they look like, or they act like they're 40 or 50? And then you see other people that are in their 30s or 40s and they look and act like they're in their 60s. They're crippled, they're miserable, their face is all jacked up, their skin quality is terrible, they have no energy. So what's the difference? The biological age, your chronomatic or whatever the word is, just because you've been on the chronological age, the chronological age might be 70, doesn't mean that your health is that comparable to a classic 70-year-old. That's not old. I mean, people are living properly until they're 90 or 100. When you're 70, that's like the same thing as like, oh, it's over. No, it's not. You have like 30 more years. That's a long time. That's a long time. A lot of you listening haven't even been alive that long. You're in your 20s. That's like your whole life all over again. You think it's over when you're 70? It might be close to over if you're not healthy. And the scary thing is, it's a choice. It's a choice. You're a product of your choices. You're a product of what you decide to do. And it's those choices that you make every day. It's easy to brush it off as, oh, it's just one day. Oh, you only live once. Oh, it's just today. Well, if it's just today, and then tomorrow it's just today, and then 2 weeks from now it's just today, and the next day after that it's just today, you can always make that justification, because in the big scheme of things, let's say over the course of 100 years, yeah, I mean, you can make that argument. Over the course of 100 years, one day, yeah, it's just one day. But then one day a month is 12 days a year. And then you add that up over 100 years. And then, okay, that's 12 times 100. And then, okay, it adds up. You do twice. That's once a month. What if you do twice a month? What if you do every Friday? Because today's Friday. 4 times a month times 12, 48 times 100. You know, let's say you live to be, or 90 or 80. You get what I'm saying? Once a week times that. Then twice a week. Some people punch out on the weekends. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Football season, people are eating garbage every fucking Sunday, lazy every Sunday, chugging beer all the time. Then you got Wednesday night is ladies' night, Thursday night is this, Monday night football. Then you have the Oscars, and you have this, and whatever it is, holidays. So add those extra things on. You know, people do that anyway. People eat like that normally when they have a regular routine, a regular job, regular schedule, but then they also have holidays. So on those holidays, then those are just complete debauchery, and they just completely go the other direction. So that's an addition to their regular binging. We act like the holiday is something special and unique, and we never eat junk. Oh, it's Monday. Oh, come on. But it's Memorial Day, but it's Valentine's Day, but it's Easter, but it's 4th of July. I mean, as if you don't binge eat and shove food in your fucking mouth every fucking day. Every week. You treat every weekend or every week like a holiday. You just don't feel guilty as much on a holiday because you it's bullshit. We all know, you follow the podcast. You know how I rage on the holidays. I don't like Valentine's Day. It's all that. It's just made up shit. It's commercialized stuff. But everyone poops. Everyone poops. And you know why everyone fucking poops? Everyone poops because everyone has a body. Everyone poops because everyone has a body. We all have a human body. Some people that we know from my YouTube videos don't necessarily have a human body. We don't know. We don't know if some people are human. We don't know. But all of us, we're all human. We all have a body. We poop, which means that fitness and a healthy lifestyle and taking care of it is important. How can that not be important? How can that not be something that you need to put front and center every day? So the decisions that you make every day and throughout the day, that's what's going to compile, and that's what your body and your health is going to tell you. If you are in your 50s or 60s and you have diabetes and you have all this medication, you're on this, that is not genetic. That's a product of all your days. That's a product of all your weeks. That's a product of all your months. That's a product of all your years. Now, obviously, there's going to be genetic factors and things that some people can be more susceptible and predisposed to it. So I'm not saying I'm a geneticist, but come on, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the preventable shit. You all know that type 2 diabetes is preventable. Can some people be more susceptible or predisposed to it? I'm sure. However, you can still prevent it by not walking right into the fucking fire pit. If you know that's in your future and you know your whole family suffers from it, yeah, you know it's coming. If you follow their fucking footsteps, I don't see why people do that blindly. Why do you do it? It's right there. It's telling you. Your fucking family, your parents, your grandparents, they're telling you what the problems are. The people around you that are dying from it, they're telling you what the issues are. It's up to you to change it. It's your decisions. And I don't see when Al and I were talking the other day on the podcast, when like 70, 80% of the population's overweight, come on. Don't you see? Don't you see in the mirror? Don't you see what's happening? And I guess they don't. I guess most people don't because most people are surrounded by most people. This is going to be kind of like a mind fuck, but think about it. Most people are surrounded by most people. We're talking 70 to 80%. They're around that 70 to 80% all the time. And usually you surround yourself with people, you surround yourself with people that are mirror images of you. That's why when we talk here and then you hear a lot of really inspiring people, we talk about your your average friends, like you're an average of your 5 closest people. Those of you that surround yourself with people that are working hard, working out, taking care of their bodies, it's inspiring to you to try to take care of yours so you can match them. You know, you want it to be a challenge. You don't want to surround yourself with fucking losers. You don't want to surround yourself with lazy fucks. You don't want to surround yourself with people that are always going out drinking and eating crap and passing on the gym and this, that, and the other. They want you to hang out with them because they don't want to feel guilty about not doing what you're doing. However, if you hang around with those people, that's what you're going to end up doing. You're going to end up cheating more. You're going to end up slacking more. You're going to end up skipping the gym or not taking care of yourself, staying out late and getting shitty sleep and all this stuff, all these factors that will keep you from getting the health and the physical results that you want. It's important to surround yourself. That's why the internet is not a bad thing. It's a great thing because you have the ability, if you're stuck in this fucking rut in the middle of nowhere in the south of the United States, when everyone's just deep frying everything in sight, you can reach out online and find a community of people like this right here on the Daily Swole, right here on Swole Enormous. You can find people that are inspirational and that will bring you out of the fucking gutter. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard to find that. It's hard to know that. It's very easy to surround yourself with comfortable people, people that make you feel good. It's easy. It's easy to surround yourself with people that are not challenging. It's easy to surround yourself with passive people. Think about what the food does. Think about what jobs do. They kill us. You're dying if you're living in the middle. If you're doing the average shit, you're going to be dead. You're just fucking treading water. You're in the middle. You're not stretching. You're not stretching out. You're not heading to the edges. You got to be living on the fringe. You got to do stuff that is challenging you. It's challenging for you physically and mentally. You got to push yourself. And if you're not around people that are driven, if you're not around people that are inspired, it's going to drag you down. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. It drags you down. That is why I keep my circle exceptionally small. And even in text messages and people that I converse with, even privately, just casually, I limit it to those that are fucking putting in work, that are hustling, that are working hard. And let me tell you something, my small circle, I rarely talk to. My closest friends, no joke, my closest friends, my little circle, we barely talk. You know why? I have maybe 5 or 6 close people. Don't have a lot of conversation. Maybe one or two, like a regular conversation, but rarely, my inner circle, rarely talk. You know why? Because we're all working. We're doing stuff. We're chasing. I don't want to use a cliche, oh, we're chasing our dreams. No, we're fucking busy. But whenever we meet or we have a conversation, it's like you didn't skip a day. You didn't skip a beat. You didn't skip a day. No one's upset. Oh, you haven't called me. You haven't talked to me. Got stuff to do, man. I'm fucking editing every video under the sun. I'm doing a podcast. I'm working out. I'm taking a shit. I'm trying to eat. I have a lot of stuff to do. I love you, but you know, I can't spend 2 hours. No one talks on the phone for 2 hours anymore. You get my point. My circle of friends, we don't talk all the time because we don't need to. There's that understanding. If you text someone and they don't answer for a few hours, it's because you're fucking doing shit. That's it. You gotta. So I'm like, I'm closely surrounded by people without being closely surrounded, which is fine because I don't have time to go and do all this other stuff because what I need to do what I want, to get what I want, to take Swole Enormous and to bring it to where I want it to go, I have to be here. There's certain things I have to do, and that's fine. Anything's going to be a sacrifice. Nothing is just going to fall out of the fucking sky. No, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot. You cannot. You might say, well, you can be in shape and you can get fit and still have a social life. Sure. But it depends on how you define that. Everyone's opinion, like we can't have these phrases getting out of control. Language is so important. We can't have these phrases getting out of control because it makes everyone think that, oh, well, you can have a social life too. Well, when you ask me what my social life is or what I decide or how I define it, how do you define a social life? Some people, it might be going out to the club and drinking, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you unplug, you don't work out for a few days. For me, a social life is I'm texting. Maybe we go out to like Topgolf, once in a while. I'll see you. We FaceTime. We go to the gym maybe, or I don't know. I just don't see it. For me, social, it's different. I'm on fucking social media all the time. How much connection do you think I need? I don't need to spend my time with a ton of fucking people all the time. I'm literally spending my time. I get my fix doing all of this. In person, I don't have a lot of time. So I have a select few people that I spend time with. And it's rarely, because it takes time. And it's a good thing. You have to spend time with people in person. You need to get out and do stuff. That's fine. Everyone's got but everyone's different. I'm not saying be a loner and be miserable, but everyone's different. Some people really need to be around a lot of people. That's what they like. That's fine. The beauty of this world is that everyone's a little bit different. Not everyone needs to be a social butterfly, but you have to understand that no matter what you do, what you decide, if you want to, how should I say, if you want to excel in any field, I think you can imagine that if you want to excel in anything, you're going to have to sacrifice other things. So for example, if I want to grow Swolenormous, I want to grow the social media and this brand and, spread awareness to all these things and have these types of conversations and say whatever the fuck I want on my podcast, I am not going to be able to go out and run on the beach all the time. I'm not going to be able to go. I can't have a hobby that's laying on the beach. I can't be a pro volleyball player if I want to do this. I'm trying to think of something, anything else besides what I'm doing is not necessarily facilitating. I have to sacrifice that. I can't practice my lifelong dream of being a rock climber. Like I can go rock climbing, but I'm not going to excel at rock climbing unless that's what I fucking do. Do you understand? That's why people specialize in things, because you find an interest, and when you go all in, you can get really fucking good, especially if you're talented and you like it, you can get exceptionally good. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's going to be hard for you to get really good at it because you're not going to put in the extra time. The reason why a lot of you like my videos and you're loving the YouTube content and stuff is because if I need to get it done and finish in editing, I get hooked and I'm up all night fucking editing. Like if you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to voluntarily stay up late or get up super fucking early and work on it for 5 fucking hours. You're not going to do that. When it comes to fitness and health, if you want to be healthy and make a positive impact in your life, you don't have to go to the gym 7 days a week and fucking measure everything. You don't have to. However, if you want exceptional results, especially exceptional physical results, if you want to look a certain way and maybe work against some things that maybe you're not gifted with genetically and you really want to push it, you want to be a competitor, you want to look like more like maybe a fitness model, you do realize that it doesn't come easily. You're going to be sacrificing a lot of shit. You're going to be sacrificing those late nights at the bar. You're going to be sacrificing all that time off. You're going to be sacrificing going out and hang. You're going to be sacrificing eating pizza every fucking day. First off, if you want to be healthy, you shouldn't. But at the same time, if you want and everyone usually wants physical results. That's usually the primary thing that people want. I don't want to talk about fitness as if it's all physical and superficial, but that's usually what people like. That's what people want. When we talk about fitness, that's what comes into people's minds. I want to look better. Okay, that's fine. You want to be healthy too? Yeah, there's crossover, of course. All right. If you're really obese, it's not good for your health and so forth. That's one of those things. You're going to have to sacrifice. If you want exceptional results, you're going to have to put more time in. And if you put more time in and more effort in one thing, obviously it's going to pull from other areas. You're not going to be able to have all these other hobbies necessarily unless you want to pull away from one goal. You only have so much time in a day. You only have so many hours. So what do you truly want? You got to be more realistic. You can absolutely be healthy. You can have a social life, whatever you call that. It depends. But a lot of you are expecting amazing results, but you're not sacrificing enough. And then you'll complain, oh, I can't do that, but what, I'm never going to go out. Then don't have the results. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? What do you want? What do you want me to tell you? If you want long-term results, you have to be consistent. So no matter what you choose, you need to be able to do it and execute on it long-term. You can't do this fitness shit for a couple weeks, do something that's exciting and then get bored and do something else and quit and back off. Like all the time. Gotta fucking do it. Consistency all the time. You gotta be consistent. You have to be putting in the effort regularly. Put in the effort. Step up. Step up. Simple. Everyone poops. And just like everyone poops, you need to put in, everyone needs to be fit. Everyone needs to fucking exercise. Everyone needs to eat healthy. And that's going to look different for different people. I'm not saying everyone has to step on the stage. That's bullshit, of course. That's a very specific goal. But guess what? If you want to step on a stage, I don't know if any of you do, guess how much more commitment that is, how much more sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice a lot of shit. If you're a professional bodybuilder or you compete, you're sacrificing a lot more shit. You're sacrificing a lot more shit. I don't care if you're taking anabolic steroids. I don't care if you're doing things that are quote illegal. Like those guys on the stage, they're sacrificing a lot. They're putting their entire life and all their effort into doing that. No doubt about it. Oh yeah, but they're taking juice. I hate it when people say that. Oh yeah, but they're taking steroids. Yeah, okay. You think they don't have to work their fucking ass off? You think they just do that and then eat pizza and they get huge? No. That's their entire life. Everything they do is to get up on that stage and look a specific way. And I'm not saying it's healthy either. Of course, it's not really healthy. So, but if you want extreme results, you want extreme feedback, you want extreme, that end game, you want to fucking get that championship medal, you want to win, you want to be the best you can be at whatever skill, whatever hobby, whatever interest, then you have to put in more effort. Like, what are you good at? Think about that. Those of you that are watching, those of you that are listening later, think about what you're good at or what you want to be good at. How much time do you put in? How many of you like to go to the shooting range, or you like to go hunting, or if you like to, I don't know, if you like to go bow hunting, you don't just pick it up and shoot. You're going to suck. You have to practice. Swimming, bike riding, fitness, nutrition, strongman shit. Okay, well, guess what? If you want to get really strong and get really proficient in certain lifts, guess what you have to do? Put in a lot of fucking effort, consistent as fuck, and prioritize that. Your training, do it first thing in the day so you don't get tired. So, I mean, you shift your things around it. It's more effort. It's not fucking rocket science. It's common sense. So it seems like stupid almost to talk about it. It's almost stupid to talk about it in terms of a podcast, but it's not. And we don't think about this in that we don't talk about common sense shit enough. And that's why we're losing common sense. We're losing the battle. That's why we don't talk about this shit, because it seems so basic. Oh, everyone knows that. Well, if everyone knows that, then how come no one has it? Or very few do. Very few have it. I shouldn't say no one. If it's so easy, it's common sense. It's not. They say that common sense is uncommon. It's even worse than that. We don't even discuss it. I think we need to make common sense a fundamental thing. It's amazing what people feel like they're entitled to because they have a gym membership, because they follow some fitness page, because they bought a program. Okay, well, buying a program, no matter how good or bad it is, if you don't do it properly and regularly and consistently and prioritize it, it's not going to work. Even if it's the best program in the world, if you don't do it properly, it's not going to work. If you don't put all your effort in, it's not going to work. There's no fitness program. There's no diet. There's no anything that you can just be kind of, I'll do this a little bit and get amazing results. How stupid does that sound? Oh, I did a little bit. Yeah, I put a little bit of effort in. Oh, I practice the piano a little bit. I dabble. You're not going to play like fucking Mozart. You dabble. That's all these people did. It's so simple. It's so simple, but we forget that. We forget and we start talking down about obsession. We call it obsession. Oh, you're obsessed. Oh, you're obsessed with this. You're always doing this. You're always doing the podcast. You're always doing the videos. Well, if I want to break through the fucking noise, if I want the podcast to grow, if I want to get my message out there, if I want to do X, Y, and Z, then I have to fucking do it. And if I have to fucking do it, then I have to take my time from other things to do it. It's that simple. Now, if I don't want to do it, and I'm forcing myself to, and other people are forcing myself to, then that's fucked up. I'm going to be miserable. But because I'm happy and I'm doing it from me, it's coming from me. The reason why I stayed up all night like last night, like the videos on YouTube, you're all cracking up. I'm dying when I'm making these videos. I'm cracking up so hard when I'm making it. I love doing it. I laugh at my own videos. And if I don't laugh, I don't do it. When I'm doing the edit, if you're laughing really hard at a part in the video, it's because I was laughing hard. That's how I edit my videos. So if it's funny, I don't do it for you. I do it for me. It cracks me up. If it's funny as fuck, I love it. And then I put it out there. And then if you like it and you laugh, that's great. I mean, I put it out there for you, but I edit it for me. That makes me, I don't put out anything that I don't like. I don't put out anything that I don't enjoy. If it sucks, I won't post it. I won't post it. How many, you have no idea how many driving while gainings I've shot. And at the end, I just delete it. I'm like, that sucked. I don't even want to look at that footage. It just wasn't good. I wasn't as hyped up as I thought I would be, or the topic sucked. And I was like, I thought I would be, I'll delete it, or I'll just not even upload it. I have a lot of videos I've never, because I lost interest in the passion. It wasn't really there. It wasn't right. So I just ignore it, move on. Not everything's going to be a win. But I love the overall goal and what I'm doing overall. But a lot of the little things I'm not going to enjoy. There's stuff that I do that I don't enjoy. And sometimes you have to do things you don't enjoy to get the result that you want. But I want that result. So I'm willing to do that shit. So as long as you're going towards the goal that you want, you're going to have to do you have to scoop some poop up along the way. You're going to have to go through some of the shit. You're going to have to fight through that. But as long as the goal is pure and you know what you're going after, you can justify it. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Sleep is so fucking important. I can't tell you enough. It's so important. Did I stay up all night to finish the video so I can get up in time? Yeah. I'm not being hypocritical. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not like getting shitty sleep and eating pizza all the time and telling you not to. Like, yeah, I fucking stayed up because what was the alternative? The alternative is not do it, which is unacceptable to me. To not finish it, no. So that wasn't an option. The other option is that. It's like, okay, one night. Gotta make a choice. Gotta make a choice. What's it going to be? So that, just putting that out there, very important. Exactly. You got to do what you got to do. But a lot of people aren't willing to do the basics of what they want. You have to do, you got to do what you got to do, but it has to be directed towards what you want to accomplish. And you have to understand that you're going to have to go through bullshit. You're going to have to sacrifice other things, and you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of that, and you can't be judging yourself based on what other people do or think. Because here's the deal. If you're living on the edges and you're doing something unique, if 70 to 80% of the population is overweight, and it doesn't matter if you're exercising and working hard, let's say 70 to 80% of the people don't take care of their health, they don't go to the gym. Pretty much everyone you're going to see around you is going to be like, oh, come on, you're going to the gym. That's because 70 to 80% of the population is a lot of fucking people. So you're going to be around a lot of people. You're going to hear a lot of back talk because most people don't do shit. Most people are miserable. Most people don't take care of their health. Most people are in that fucking bubble. Most people are not on your side. And I don't want to create animosity, but think about it. Most people are your enemy in that sense. Most people are your emotional and your goal enemies. Most people, like 99%, I would have to say. Most people are just adamantly against you. They're not good for your goal. Most people will not facilitate you moving forward. Most people. They don't have to be. They don't have to be on your side. They don't have to be on your side, but that's where people fall off because other people, what they say. Doesn't matter what they say. What do you say? What say you? What say you? What do you say? Because if you're not in the middle and you're on the fringe, look, there are some great quotes, and I have a ton of amazing quotes from amazing people on the wall behind me. And if you're fighting for, let's say you're fighting for if you're fighting for average, one of the reasons why it's easier to be successful in your personal life, it's easier to do amazing shit in many cases because it's less crowded. What's that quote? They say the extra mile, right? The extra mile, there's no competition there. Take the road less traveled because there's no one in your fucking way. Take the road less traveled. There's no one on it's the road less traveled. Take that one. No one's in your fucking way. You go faster. What I'm doing with Swole Enormous, and I have some people a couple times like saying, hey, what do you do? They're asking about business stuff. I mean, check this out. They're asking me about business stuff and this, that, and the other. And they'll say, well, what about X, Y, and Z about your competition? And I'll answer them, I don't have competition. I know that sounds weird from a business standpoint, but I don't care if there's other online coaches and do fitness stuff. I don't have competition. I don't do shit like anyone else. The services, the content, the shit that I provide, it's not like other people. It's very unique. I don't have competition because I'm doing my own thing. if you're going into a realm, if you're going into a business, like I'm trying to sell tables, there are a lot of people that sell fucking tables. That's a Robert Frost poem, but I was talking about the original quote was like, it's less crowded when you go. There's a couple different quotes based on that Robert Frost. That's the road less traveled. And now, and it has made all the difference. That's the end of that Robert Frost poem. Yeah. What was my point? Oh, I really don't think I have competition. I don't have competition with my content. I have competition with attention. Attention's different. So on Instagram, I have competition with everyone else that's trying to get a post on your screen that you like. On Facebook, I have competition with everyone else that's trying to get a video or post on the screen that you like. That's the competition for attention. My content, my business, I don't have competition. I don't. It's me. There's no competition. There's no one else like me. There's no other me. And that's not being cocky. That's just being the truth. That's just saying the truth. And you should feel the same way. And if you do your shit your way, there's no competition. I don't think about what I do as having competition from the outside. I am my own competition. So if I don't execute, I don't do it, I'm not consistent, then nothing gets done, then I'm not moving fast enough. I'm not getting results, and it's my fault, and I take responsibility. So as much as it's fucking overwhelming and hard to do it all yourself, and I'm not going to be able to do it all myself forever. Like now it's kind of like, I'm talking to a bunch of people to expand a little bit, but just to give some air cover, it's because it's all me. It's my responsibility, and it's up to me. And that's very empowering. It's not overwhelming. So taking responsibility is often looked at as a negative thing. Oh, I have so many responsibilities. Good. You should have responsibilities, and you should take responsibility for what you have and what you don't have. And if you're not happy with what you have or don't have, physically or otherwise, then take responsibility for it and deal with it, handle it, and take care of it. Like it's in your control. That's empowering. That's not overwhelming. Yeah. I mean, it's empowering for me. Like it's my responsibility to X, Y, Z. I have control over it. I can do it. I know I can do it. I have the ability to do it. So what's the problem? There is none. Everyone poops. And all of you should go make some sick fucking gains. Thank you so much to everyone for joining me for episode 1015 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I'll see everyone tomorrow for episode 1016. Remember, Sunday Funday. It's going to be a little bit different for probably a day or two. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. I believe maybe Sunday, but maybe for sure Monday, there's going to be some of the episodes that may only be streamed in the private group because I won't be able to multi-stream because I'll be out of the office. So, but I'll let you know what day that is. But the podcast will all be online. They're all going to be available, but there may or may not be a live stream, or there may only be one stream in the private group for Swolenormous X members, because I'll only be able to stream in one place. Probably from my phone. So I'll give you more updates on that. However, we're still going to do the Q&A. There will still be a Q&A episode. Whether or not I could stream live, I will still be making the post tomorrow. That way you can post your questions and I will answer all of them. So don't worry. You're still going to get a podcast every fucking day. You know how it is. You travel, can't do like fucking stream in 7 places. So there's always going to be those days or weeks when there's going to be maybe less live stuff, but there will be a podcast every day as always. So love you all. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 1016 of the Daily Sleaze. Peace, my geese. Deuce, my goose. Papa Swole, yo. Out.